Thanks for joining us. I'm Danielle Craig. A rare winter wildfire, yes, winter wildfire is burning in southern Oregon right now. The Oregon Department of Forestry says it's responding to a 125-acre fire. They're calling this the Alder Creek Fire. It's burning 16 miles northeast of Shady Cove and about 15 miles up Elk Creek Road. We have ODF's Caitlin Goins on the phone right now. Caitlin, I first want to ask you, when did this start?
We got reports about 2:30 yesterday afternoon that there was a fire started up there.
How long did it take for it to grow to this 125 acres?
You know, it was in a unit where there was previously some work being done. So over the night, we had it at about 20 acres last night, and it grew to that size. That was the report this morning.
So what kind of crews do you have out there right now?
Right now we have one bulldozer, we've got 4 wildland fire engines, 2 water tenders, 2 20-person crews, and then miscellaneous overhead crew running those operations.
And a reporter said they've been working all night long against this thing.
Yep, they've been there since yesterday. We reported out there about 4 p.m. yesterday.
And we have some video we just showed, and the audio on that video, we can just hear the wind. How is that playing a role in the fight against this fire?
Unfortunately, where the fire is, it's just in that perfect spot. The gusts reached up to about 35 miles per hour yesterday, so that's actually pushing the fire. We've got a couple of little spot fires that have moved across the line. So right now, our fire suppression efforts are really just getting those spot fires out and making sure to build a real solid fire line around that fire to make sure it doesn't spread any further.
Do you know how that fire line's going yet?
You know, I haven't heard too much this morning. I know that they're still just working hard at it.
Well, let's talk about how rare this is. This is late January, and we are talking about a 125-acre wildfire. Yeah,
this is pretty bizarre weather we're having right now. We haven't had a red flag warning in this area since about 1998. And currently, you know, our fire danger is reflecting that of something that we'd normally experience in June or July. So that means we're seeing fire behavior and fire activity that's typically representative of, you know, middle of the summer. So combining that with the current fuel conditions, unseasonably warm weather, and this red flag warning for high winds, this is a really good equation for, you know, a potential for large fire growth. So, you know, our main thing right now is just reminding people, be careful, be smart, be safe out there. You know, we use this thing where you stir, drown, drown that fire. If you're out in the woods, just be really careful. You know, people think that because we've got frost, that means that there's moisture. Unfortunately, that's not the case. It's very, very dry out there.
Right. In the summer, when it is hot outside, we have that reminder that it is hot outside. I also just want to ask you this one last question.
Sure.
Looking forward to the summer, if this doesn't change, is this fire just an example of what could be to come?
You know, we're not making any real predictions right now. We're hoping for a wet spring, a late spring that goes and, you know, gets real wet. So, you know, we're not really saying anything. We're just hoping for the best. We're obviously gearing up. We're getting ready. We had a tough fire season last year, and we're just really preparing and doing our best for this year.
Hoping for the best.
Yes,
Caitlin Goins with the Oregon Department of Forestry, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. We appreciate it.